was a feat that I had to accomplish, and we're going to accomplish our feat relaxing. It's going to be awesome. Good morning, April Fools, everyone. I don't have any joke for you. Maybe I will later. Oh my goodness. How y'all feeling? I'm so excited to explore the sweet spot with you all. What does that mean? Oh my goodness. What does it mean? Would anyone like to sit in this chair next to me as I talk to you? You're welcome to. All right. If you have not been to my channel before, my name is Aviva, and I am like mainly a musician, and I've been studying Qigong since I was like popped out of the womb pretty much. I've been exploring it and recognizing what my Qi is and that I'm aware of this energy that's in me and around me. And I studied with Grandmaster Fu years and years ago after I graduated from massage therapy school. And I studied homeopathy and I apprenticed an herbalist for a while. So I'm just really, really into this body of ours, this mind of ours, this emotions of ours. I've done primal therapy, studied to be a breath therapist, and I do something called matrix therapy. And all this to say that all of these things that I do to help others and myself are affected by, hi Larry, finding the sweet spot. Finding the sweet spot in our lives. What does that mean? Every day to find your sweet spot. We are ever-changing beings, and we are so affected and influenced by the stresses around us. I mean, there's war going on. There's pettiness between neighbors going on. There's goals going on. There's violence going on. It's really important that we balance things out. You know, it's like when someone dies, you have a funeral. You like have a ritual to heal from it. And a lot of things that we experience emotionally, we don't necessarily take the time to have a ritual to heal from it. And that's what I want to give you in my matrix therapy and my homeopathy and whatever I do in these Qigong classes. I want to provide you a space where you're like, this is my time to unravel. This is my time to now address what I didn't know how to and what I didn't allow myself to and what I just haven't been respected to and honored to. And so the sweet spot comes after addressing some of these things that have been lingering, some of these, loose strands that need to be trimmed. But the sweet spot is hard to find if you have a lot of loose strands going on. And it's similar to the subzone that we talked about last week, where when you first wake up, you have woken up into this reality. But you have woken up into a reality where you might be thinking about what you need to do to succeed in whatever it is you're working on. So you might be thinking, okay, did I get this check yet? Am I performing good enough at my job that they're not going to fire me? Am I performing well enough in my relationship that they're not going to break up with me? Am I being a good friend? Like, you might be flooded with all these thoughts. Am I being a good parent? Am I being a good pet mommy? You might be flooded with all these thoughts. Instead of just doing the disciplines that it takes you to do to get there, what about taking a break, yes, do those disciplines. That's the only way to succeed, right? Hi, Jabri. What about just forgetting who you are? Forgetting what you've done in the past, forget about your plans in the future, have a little amnesia in the moment, and forget what you've become and what your status is in society. Just forget that for a moment and remember who you are beyond it, who you are beyond this reality, who your spirit is beyond this expression of your spirit. And so when you get into that sweet spot where you forget and then you remember, then any stress on this reality doesn't matter, does not affect your ability to create the day that you want to create. So you forget all that stress and you find a new rest where you feel restful in this reality. You might not be waking up to a situation that you want. You might be waking up to a messy room or a toxic something or other. Today's the day you can change that. Today's the day you can say, this doesn't have to be my reality. And that can feel really, really hard and burdensome to achieve if you think about it logically. But we're going to think about it energetically and spiritually. Like we've got the spiritual dustbuster here. And what we're going to do is play pretend, but it's actually kind of like a manifestation ritual where you're like, nothing matters except my energy beyond this reality. And when I reach beyond and I grab it into me, it's like I've got an army to achieve whatever I want. Does that make sense? And so once you get into that sweet spot, that's a really good place to be to do the disciplines that you're doing, to do the qigong, to do the exercising, to do your mundane tasks of laundry and dishes and cleaning and filing bills and all that stuff, to just recognize that you deserve that respect and you've got help and energy to make it happen instead of falling in this pit hole of, as you're doing it, there's something that feels scary or there's something that feels depressing and or there's something that feels angry. Okay, let those feelings all come up. It's okay. Just you have that energy beyond yourself to keep moving as you feel those feelings and not get overwhelmed, to keep going and succeeding in what you're set out here to do and feeling good about yourself as you do it. Because no matter how much stress you're going through, there's nothing quite as stressful as judging yourself. So when you remove that judgment of yourself and you forget who you are, you're like, I'm not even that person. I'm beyond. I'm spirit moving in the person. Releasing the guilt, releasing the pressure, releasing the judgment. Now suddenly it's like you have more energy because you removed this psychic thorn. And it's that self judgment, that self criticism that has allowed external criticism to come to you in the first place. So when you get to that place where you're like, I'm free, I'm me, I love me, I approve of me, I appreciate me, I honor me, I respect me, and all the feelings I'm feeling, that is the most important energy, like to have around you. Hey, Jordan. But a vacuum is the opposite direction. By the way, Z, that trailer for this video is the very first trailer I made. It's from 2020. Oh my gosh. Whenever you feel a little bit of judgment coming your way, get that leaf blower out, blow it away, but also vacuum it out because a lot of times it comes from the inside, not the outside. Happy April Fool's Day. So yeah, I think it's really fun that on 4 years ago is when I did the naked video as like an April Fool's joke, and now everything is called naked qigong. It's become a brand. Oh, it's really hard to stop judging ourselves. So we're gonna explore some of those tools, but also when you first wake up in the morning and you don't interact with anyone and you don't ingest anything and you're just lying there in bed, come to a sitting position and just enjoy that energy. And close your eyes and connect with spirit. That's what the 5 minute meditation thing is, to find that sweet spot. And it literally is almost like going to the bathroom. You know how you get the feeling you gotta take a poop, and then you might be like doing something. Maybe you're driving, you're like, oh, I gotta get somewhere and get this poop out of me. And then you get it out of you. And it's like, okay, now I can do stuff the rest of my day. But if you're like trying to do stuff while you have that feeling of having to poop, it's you're not gonna feel good while you're doing stuff. You're gonna be like really feeling like you have to poop. The thing is like when you have this psychic energy that you need to poop out, since we all haven't learned how to poop it out when we were kids, we became that poop. We become the judgment of ourselves. And instead of shining with our spirit, we're like clogged up with this energy of combined with combined with I am poop, instead of like knowing that you can get that psychic poop. You have to take a psychic poop. And how you take a psychic poop, that's like meditating. That's like qigong. That's like the matrix therapy. Like I'm literally holding your hand and helping you take a spiritual poop. And then you would leave my office and be like, "Oh my god, why do I feel so good? Why do I feel like I'm not poopy anymore?" It's because you got that stuff out of you. That's a pink poop. Oh man, that's a good one. And it's like that's what qigong does for you. It's like you get all these toxins out of you. You like get it out of you, and that's what 5 minutes of meditating in the morning. When you just like get up, you're awake already, and instead of you know thinking about the millions of things you have to do, yes, I know you're gonna have to do that, but just pretend that that doesn't exist for 5 minutes, and then you're gonna find that sweet spot. And that sweet spot is the oh my god, I feel like I can move around this reality with not feeling this certain level of stress, a certain level of cortisol that you're used to, which causes so much mental illness and imbalance, you know, when you feel not good enough, when you feel like you're ruining other people's lives, like just because you're ruining your own life with not feeling confident and not feeling like you could do the things in life that you're here to do. The way to proceed as if success is inevitable is to do that 5 minute meditation. So we're going to do that together. We're going to pretend we just woke up. And, oh my gosh, take a deep breath. Notice your breath. Notice your heartbeats. And before we even do this, let's create an intention. All right. What is your intention for class today? Thank you, Aviva and the Flying Penguins Management. Yes, I receive donations if you wish to share. I love the support because it helps me be here all the time. Y'all are awesome. All right, Patrick's intention is mudras, deep breathing and stretching first thing, then kitty loving because Simon wakes me every morning. Then I get swept away and take the rest of the morning returning with and meditation. Okay. What is everyone else's intentions for today? Jabri's intention is to be here with you today on the first day of April, and I'd like to focus on my stomach and feet today. Okay. We had a pretty mild winter here, didn't we? All right, let's breathe in our intentions. Release anything in the way. Breathe in your intentions. Release resistance. Yes, spring is a new year for so many people. Breathe in your intentions. Release resistance. Oh, Patrick's intention is to return to his balance center and lock it in with good chi energy. Breathe in your intentions, everyone. Release resistance. And I kind of said my intention, but hey, my name is Aviva. My intention is to be here with all of you today and to help you all get to the sweet spot, to help us all get to the sweet spot where we forget who we are and remember who we are and manifest our dreams more easily. And flow with the anger and the sadness and whatever psychic babble might be in the way of our day. And it's true. If you feel stress, you are not in your sweet spot. So you could always take a step back and meditate and do Qigong. Even though there's going to be a part of you that's like, I don't got time for this. That's when you know you need to make time for it. You could, it's 10 deep breaths can get you back to the sweet spot. And it's like you literally just feel not only more in your body, but just you feel joy and bliss. All right, so we're going to do a 5-minute timing of our just meditating right now, closing our eyes, see if we can get to that sweet spot in 5 minutes. I'm going to grab some Flying Penguin music that is at least 5 minutes, and at the end of the song, we are going to be done. And just take a journey with me, with yourself, and forget who you are in this moment and find the you. Oh, this is exactly 5 minutes. I love you through it all lullaby. It's 4 minutes, 55 seconds. I'm going to back up. Let me know if the volume's okay. You can do a mudra. You can think of nothing. You can ask for guidance. And you can visualize what you want to have happen. You can Think about what you're grateful for. Thank you, Jeffrey. Thank you, Z. Did you get there? Did you get to that sweet spot? It kind of feels like your spirit blooms a little bit and your third eye opens up and you just don't feel as much stress. You just don't feel like you have to prove yourself to anyone. Does that make sense? It's like that feeling of having to prove yourself is like the bud tightens. But when you find that sweet spot, you bloom. You don't resist the blooming because of the pressure. And you feel just so much more relaxed and just more fully yourself. Does that make sense? All right, so we're going to continue sitting here for a moment before we jump into the Wuchi Gong. We're going to do eye exercises. Those are a great way to find your sweet spot too. If you don't feel like sitting for 5 minutes, you can do eye exercises for 2 minutes. Let's do our mudra for the eye area. We're just going to bring the eyes up and down. And now back and forth. Before we bring them around in a circle, I also want to add that when you find that sweet spot, you feel like you can hold your energy more. You feel like you can contain yourself. You feel more contained and not as all over the place. And that's what helps you feel relaxed and confident. And when you don't feel contained, not only might you feel like self-doubt or insecurity or like you're a mess, but you feel more easily violated and ripped off because your energy, you're not protecting it. It's all over the place. It's out there. It's not in a treasure box. And so you might feel like people are grabbing at it and taking it. But the truth is that you're not containing it and keeping it safe. So it's really harder for you to manage that kind of psychic stuff. All right, so back to the eyes. So now we're going to bring the eyes around in a circle like you're looking around a clock. And I do think my 432 Flying Penguin Lullabies helped to contain you too. And the other direction. And what happens when you can contain things? You can process them better. I mean, think about trying to put food in a food processor without the lid. It's gonna fly everywhere. If you put stuff in a blender without the lid, it's gonna fly everywhere. So when you meditate, it's like you're putting the lid on the blender of your body so you can chew up and process all this energy that is not only coming at you new today, but from the past. All right, so now we're gonna squeeze the eyes and blink as fast as you can. Hold a finger in front of you and look at it, and then look far away. Near and far. Take time to focus. Try it without your glasses or without your contacts. Now you're going to go back and forth. The other thing is if you can't contain your energy, then you can't contain your vibration. And if you can't contain your vibration, then the vibrations of the outside energy are going to get into you and vibrate in you. And then you won't be able to contain your own vibration because there's another one in you. You gotta not want to feel other people's vibrations. A lot of you have big hearts and you want to experience the pain that others are feeling, but that's a dangerous road to travel because then you can't feel your own bliss. Let's make a bowl over our eyes. Again. You wouldn't expect your phone to work without charging it, plugging it in. You're the same way. Just sleeping is not enough. You need to charge into a restful state while you're awake. And you know, if 5 minutes wasn't enough for you, that's okay. You can experience what that sweet spot is. So we're gonna do another 5 minutes, okay? Here we go. Let's do one more 5 minutes. I feel like we need, and we're gonna go a little late because we started like 15, 20, maybe more because of the technical issues. So we have plenty of time to do Wuji if we do one more 5-minute meditation. It means you might need an hour of just sitting. Doing nothing like this is like having a blank canvas to start an art project, as opposed to waking up and you take someone else's canvas that they worked on and you try to put your own picture on it. You deserve to have a blank canvas. I know that some of your minds might still be racing. We all have a lot going on. But I hope that helped a little bit to find the sweet spot or a sweeter spot. And that's why we reached to caffeine. And caffeine lifts us above so that we can still do things while we feel that feeling of having to psychically poop because we haven't gotten it all out of us yet. But don't be hard on yourselves. We're all learning and growing together, and I'm learning and growing with you, and I'm still figuring things out too. So we are going to find our yin hand, which is right for women, left for men. Put that below the belly button and the other on top. And then I'm gonna have to stop the music because it's really loud over here, and can't hear my own voice. So we're gonna press in and shake, and the shoulders come up and down. Of course, you're welcome to put the Flying Penguin lullabies on wherever you are. You can put them on your sound system by either downloading them or let's see. Let me grab you the link as you're shaking so that you can play them if you want. And there also are lullabies on the Clutterbug side B. There you go. And bring the bottom out, top out, and shake. Shake it off. Come to stillness. Drop the left shoulder down and go back and forth. And rotate. And the right. and the left, and the right, left, and the right, and both at the same time. And just let the arms float down. Okay, we're going to come up halfway in reverse directions. And you're just going to hold the hands over the head. First the yin and then the yang, right forearm and left for men, and then the other. Relax the shoulders. It's interesting because once you feel that sweet spot, you just feel more motivated to do things that are good for you. Like, okay, I'm in the mood to practice my guitar now. You know what? Now I can get into that painting. Now I can do my matrix therapy. Now I could do my journaling. Now I can eat a really good meal and just relax as I do it. Because you literally have that relief from getting that psychic poop out of you, and you just feel so much better. And what else was I going to say? Um, when you don't have that feeling out of you, you you feel like this lack of energy, but also this lack of motivation. Like, why can't I focus on this? Why can't I give myself this time? Like, it's because you have to psychically poop. It's like you don't want to eat when you physically have to poop. So how can you eat spiritual vibrations if you spiritually have to poop? Bring that left heel up. And I apologize, I can't read comments from this far away, but I will get to them in a minute. All right, rotate your knee towards the other. And the other direction. It's like, oh, here's a really good analogy. It's like you've got this blender, right? Filled with all this incredible stuff, like passion fruit, a banana, an apple, spirulina, acai powder. All right, other side, lift that left heel. But then your neighbor puts a frog in it. And you're like, I don't want to blend up this frog. And so you feel stuck. You can't make what you wanted to make. You had all these beautiful ingredients, but there's a frog in it. And so now you have no motivation to blend up a drink because you don't realize that like you have the power to take the frog out. So you're just like, no, I don't want the frog. Or maybe you feel guilty, like, oh, well, I have to include the frog or my neighbor's going to feel bad. And it's like, no, dude, this is my drink. Your frog, I'm taking it out and I'm blending it up. That's like spiritually pooping. It's like taking someone's frog out of your smoothie ingredients before you hit the blender. And now you feel like, okay, now I can blend things up because the frog is out of my way. All right, other direction. That's why I'm stuck on Sunday songwriting. There's a frog in my Sunday songwriting. I got to figure out where it is and get it out. All right. Knees together, thighs together, and little tiny rotations. It's because I know what it is. It's because someone wants to approve of it before, because I collaborated with someone. And just feeling like that person doesn't trust me. That's what I was going to say. Trust is what happens when you find the sweet spot. You feel like you can trust yourself. And when you feel like you can trust yourself, you feel like you can it a lot of times the reason why you feel you can trust yourself is because you feel contained. When you don't feel contained, it's hard to trust yourself. All right, we're going to go back and forth. All the weight on one side and then the other. The arms can do whatever you want. And you're just kind of like a tree floating back and forth. You don't lift the heels up or the feet up. You just balance back and forth. And come to stillness. Bring your hands up in front of the belly button, about 2 fists away, and you're going to rotate in a circle as if you're holding a small pillow there. And the other direction. Now you're going to open up the legs in a straddle, and you're going to bend over and reach that left arm all the way to the ear and just let it drop down like a feather. Okay. I'm going to go where I have a little bit more space. You're going to do that 18 times all together, back and forth, and then reach across 18 times. And then we'll do the hoochie, and we'll be just about done. Maybe we'll do a foot massage. All right, get to it. I will leave you with some music. time to do the Wuji, where you just feel the energy moving however you feel it. You're welcome, Z. Thank you for being a member. Membership is just $2.99 a month. If you want to contribute, that would be amazing. And thank you for your donations. I saw that, Amanda. Thank you so much. Thank you for liking and sharing this video. So yeah, we are getting close. Let's see. How many subscribers do we have right now? I think this might be the Sunday. I think this Sunday might be our Sunday Night Live. Because we are at 2,458. So we just need 42 more subscribers. Okay, it might take a couple weeks. Oh, happy early birthday, Jeffrey. Hey, board 24/7. Hey, kitty cat. I love her so much. Kitty cat is the reason why we have 10 more subscribers this week. Kitty cat, why don't you say hi to everyone? Let me pick you up. Or come up here. She knows it's past 1. She's like, Mom, we had plans at 1 o'clock. All right, so let's bring this to a close. We'll do a foot massage on our own. Love you guys. We're going to do 2 more minutes of Wuji and then we'll end class. AATFP management posted the donation link. I'm going to pin that message if anyone feels like throwing me a dwala. That'd be awesome. If not, that's okay too. Everyone wants to say hi to you, Kit Kat. My name's Tiger Lily. I'm so pretty. Look at that cutest face in the world right there. Did you see how pretty you were? Did you think it was a different kitty? She's saying, I want to play now. Alright, y'all, keep on Wujiing all day long. If you have an issue finding your sweet spot, I'm here for you. Let's schedule a consultation. Or just go to one of my free online videos. I've got hundreds of them on my channel. Thank you for joining me today and helping to create this energy of sweetness and blooming flowers as we begin spring here in America. Love you. See you Wednesday at 1:30.